being a good mom takes a lot of time and energy, and so everyone needs a little bit of a rig. One thing I liked about
Together we are.
your name to one more person.
Amen. Hi, everybody. So this is episode 5, Oh My Jehovah. And I have with me today, Erin.
Hello.
Welcome, Erin, to the talk show today. So she's my special guest. And we're going to be talking about a little bit about Erin's life, how we are well acquainted, and our special thing that we have in mutual, which has to do with the title. We're not here to preach to you, but like we've got some interesting stories for you for sure. But before we get started, I released a song last week, and I'm so sorry that we weren't on. I had a work hangover. So what happens is like I go and I go hard all weekend. I go so hard that when a Monday hits, I don't have like a drinking hangover. I have a work hangover. So the Monday hit hard last weekend after I had worked my butt off. So I just couldn't find the strength in me. And anyway, so I did drop my new song, Cancel This, which was a passion project. It was something that I last minute did and last minute threw into the album. And I want to, Erin, you're in that music video.
Yeah.
You were there for me on the first original recording day before I even knew where the heck I was putting this footage.
Yeah, you had so much ideas and content, and you went all day, and now you're piecing it all together to make something you really care about.
And you were actually a last minute join in too. Why did you join in last minute that day?
I don't know. It just felt nice to have a friend reach out. I was kind of just haven't heard from you in a while. And you're like, just come join. And I was like, you're inviting me? I just felt so special.
Well, look at you. You're gorgeous. I'm like, I need models, model.
I just thought it was a really cool thing that you were doing. You're like, I'm shooting all this content and stuff, and I want you to be a part of it. And I went out and I bought the special outfit, like the one-piece black thing. And
you looked really good.
I had a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see.
And you were there for the true BTS of it all.
Yeah.
But okay, so you haven't seen my music video yet.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
So here it is. Everybody, if you haven't seen it yet, this is Cancel This. I want you to take it very seriously what I'm about to say, okay? You guys, you ready? Listen to me. You never allow people to decide who you are. Oh no, I think that you decide. Okay?
Cancel this. Cancel this. Cancel this. I won't quit. Cancel this. Gotta make sure you have had enough of this. I will never ever fucking quit. You can't cancel this. God's got his hands in this. I don't understand who you think you are, motherfucker. I am Tina Starr. Racially judging me, trying to ascribe my identity. You are such a fraud. You stole this identity. Was it appreciation or appropriation? I'm tired of this segregation. Sick of seeing a divided nation. Spirits guide me, ancestors with me. I'm holding the talking stick. My power's not blurred. Now to be heard, all I need is a whispered word. I won't quit. Cancel this. Haters hate, discriminate. Discriminate. My name is Tina Starr, queen of all misfit nations. Unite all nations. No more segregations. How about we raise up this nation? Tina Starr, Tina Starr. I'm shaking, I rise where the angels fly. Go after my people. You'll see me rise up. Go ahead and try to attack us, but God's got us. have the Manitou spirit. I won't quit. Cancel this. Haters hate, discriminate. Discriminate. I am a warrior. Warrior. Haters hate, discriminate. Discriminate. I won't quit. Can't cancel this.
Hot damn, ho, here we go again. Never know what the kid got hit below the grin. In the scene where everybody seems so pretend, I did it for the beans and a handful of skin. And next came the paper and the pheasants, trying to navigate my way through the wreckage. Ran around the world and made a couple of messes. And nowadays, all of a sudden, she makes you breakfast. Be what I gotta be, no apology. Never gonna win the pop culture lottery. Turn down the job your boss offered me. Choke possibly, broke probably. But I'ma right to the fight on my downside. And I'ma fight for my right to a loud mic. I'm a clown, run around and get the crowd right. Sing up to the heavens to show them what it sound like.
I like it.
Oh, thank
That
you.
was cool.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so this was definitely a last minute passion project. I pieced it together with footage that on that content day, actually, I had never planned to actually do the footage with the red fabric. I packed it last minute. I was like, oh, I'm just going to bring this just in case, randomly last minute. And I randomly was like, okay, guys, actually, I want to do this really last minute, just much like the song, right? And so anyways, the red fabric that I have and that I integrated into this music video is extremely symbolic because, and this is it right here, and I've been carrying this red fabric with me for a very, very long time now, years, and it was actually a gift from an Indigenous elder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I wasn't going to take it home. It was something that was, she's like, no, take it. You might end up using it. But I actually originally used this fabric when I created the sets for the Indigenous women warrior photo shoots that I was contracted to do. And it was surrounding the walls for the photos that I was hired to take photos of women who specifically were Métis and self-identifying Indigenous women as well. And this is insane to me because when I was doing those photos, I didn't understand the weight of the job that had been given to me. And I was being asked to capture women, brave warrior women who self-identify. And I remember photographing them that day, Erin, and I had people ask me to please not post them.
Oh.
And I didn't understand at the time. And I was like, oh, but why? And I had one wise woman who had already fought this fight, who had already been through so much. She's like, well, because Tina, you don't understand. If I post these and people see me using these items, I will be shamed and I will be bullied. And I was just like, I don't understand, girl. Like, you just had Indigenous women paint your face. They were fine with it. And I'm here, girl. And I think, like, who cares? I had no idea until it finally hit you. And I'm 4th generation back Indigenous, and I wasn't Indigenous enough to be holding items, to be identifying, to be, you know, be a part of a community. I had people decide that they decided for me what I was allowed or not allowed to use, have, without them even knowing my story. And, you know, Crystal Semaganus, she's like, oh, I'm just giving her a gift so that she understands exactly what our ancestors went through. Yes, woman. Yes, woman. I am now a real warrior woman who knows exactly what it's like to have to fight for your Indigenous identity and to be seen and for my right. And now I understand the weight of the situation of what this fabric really means. And so I'm wearing it in my music video, and I looked at that and I thought, holy shit. Never before have I realized the purpose of this gift that this elder had given me. And now my story and how I am now, the queen of Misfit Nation. I'm not Métis, I'm not indigenous enough, but I'm a part of a group of people who feel like they have no right to what our ancestry is. And, you know, I represent an entire nation of misfit people who don't quite belong, but do belong, and we want to connect with our identity. Anyway, so I dance with this fabric, and I felt like a warrior, and that's why it's in my music video. And I tied myself with this fabric in the music video, and I love that because I'm blind. I'm beside the horse, which I felt a very, very spiritual connection to this horse. And even the trainer, which by the way, that horse is in John Wick and is in Star Wars 2.
No way.
Fun fact.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I definitely felt like a very strong connection to that particular animal. Like I literally felt like I was talking to him and he understood me. And the horse handler very specifically said, wow, I have never seen him respond so well out of all the times that he's done work with people to a person.
That's awesome. Being so confident too just allowed the animal and you to just kind of work together.
I love horses. I feel very connected to horses.
That's good.
And like I've even gone to a farm before and I called to the horses to run to come to me, and the whole herd ran to me. And I remember the look on the owner's faces, and he was like, I have never seen them do that before. And I was like, oh really? Like I just wanted them to come say hi, like dogs, right? Anyway, so carrying on with the symbolism of my music video, that horse represents how I'm blind, but I can feel his presence and that spirit guiding me. He is spirit. And I also want to, can we bring up the visuals of the music video a little bit? This next big piece, and this is a canceled this music video. I put as much stuff in there that you guys would potentially get mad at me for a song that, if you listen to the words, means the most beautiful thing, because it's talking about uniting people and feeling like you belong and to believe in yourself. Can you bring it to the footage where the hands are on me? Erin, you're in this part.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you so much for protecting me and for being a part of that symbolism. Yeah, here's the behind the scenes of it. You're behind there. You're behind my butt. Yeah. I love it. And the symbolism of this in my music video is nothing to do with sex. Although I was severely sexualized, and I'm always sexualized. But it represents community and how we protect each other. And those hands, they hold me, and they're protecting me from being seen by the world. And I had always known that I was going to do this on the footage day because I had a vision in my head, and I thought, this is art. And I want this to be seen as art. Just much like when you go to a museum and you see a naked statue of somebody. Like, it's not sexual, but people sexualize nudity. And I wanted it to be put in the music video because I want people to understand that although I am revealing, it isn't the act itself that's sexual, it's people sexualizing it. And that's why I put it in the music video. I want people to understand that nudity does not equal sex. Sex equals sex. And it's that telltale, oh, but she's dressed like that. She asked me to rape her.
Yeah.
No. Your mind putting you there is what led to that.
Yeah, I think people need to stay focused and just kind of view art as art, or like in these kinds of videos and stuff, just kind of not like have your mind stray like to all this like sexualized pornographic kind of stuff. If this is representing community and art, like, and that's what you're meaning it as, for people to have such a distorted mind to immediately jump to something.
If I was
so
singing about sex, I could see how that would be about sex, right? the reason why it gets sexualized too is because like people, I'm not to toot my own horn, I look pretty. And that's why I've always been sexualized my whole life, even as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not my fault. Like I was always told, you need to stop looking pretty. You are going to cut your hair because like I was made to look like a boy because I was too pretty, and it was my fault that things happened to me.
Yeah. I think the pretty girl effect is like kind of like not white people privilege, but like pretty girl privilege, I think it's called. Like you get treated different when
you do.
You look nicer.
I love the privilege.
I like the privilege too, but sometimes it can lead to troubles and stuff where people won't take you seriously, where
take
people
advantage of you.
Or like lack, like if someone is educated and smart, like if they are really pretty, a lot of people immediately like, oh, she doesn't know.
She's not smart enough because she's too pretty to be. Like there's a million things that are associated with beauty. Yeah, you're not taken seriously if you do your makeup, if your hair's done. Oh, she's gone to the dark side. Like, you know, many people think that like, oh, I got my extensions done. I've been doing my nails. I've been doing my lashes. Mm-hmm. People have actually not been taking me seriously.
Yeah, like some people like are really beautiful and way smarter than they look.
But that's the thing. If you actually look, the really successful ones tend to be really caring about their appearance. Mm-hmm. And like that is like kind of going hand in hand if people actually noticed and paid attention. Mm-hmm. And it's just me investing in myself, right?
Yeah. I was just watching a TikTok the other day and it was really good about people who are kind of feeling down and out about themselves to like put energy into looking good and you'll feel better. Like we enjoy looking at beautiful art. Like we're not going to buy an ugly piece of art. So when we put beautiful things up in our space or treat ourselves so good,
it makes us feel so much better.
It makes it like for me, getting my lashes done makes me feel good, and I like go out and do more stuff versus like hood up, sunglasses on,
hide my face.
Yeah, I can't.
Sorry, I didn't have them on for a week, and I tried to embrace myself, and I do appreciate my natural beauty too. But like va voom, these make me own a room.
Yeah, I really enjoy getting my lashes done. For your music video, like representing community and beauty and stuff, like back to what we were just saying, like having people like keeping their mind focused on what it's really about and not like being so off the charts and being like, people I'm gonna being cancel ridiculous. This.
Yeah. So that brings me to the next symbolism. I purposely put kids in my music video, and I've actually been putting kids in almost all of my music videos because I am here to share a message. When I include children, I include them as not necessarily my equals because I am their teacher, but I also look at children as my teacher. Yeah. I have learned so much since becoming a mother. And one of the things I've noticed is how ageist this society is. And I look back in the past of things and I am like, wow, how often I was discriminated against, not heard, not seen because I was a child. Doesn't mean that I wasn't wise, doesn't mean I wasn't capable, and I'm fighting for children's rights.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. I'm currently in school for the Montessori teacher, and one of the core principles for Montessori school is respecting the child and like hearing them and like following their creativity. So to like have the child be a part of the household and not just be like, go play on the iPad, but like actually being like, help participate and like be seen, be heard, be appreciated, and then that makes the child's individually like more successful.
The way I parent is not easy. Most people go, how the heck do you do it, Tina? And because it requires an incredible amount of patience. I really hope that one day at least my kids can look back and be like, wow, she was actually really patient, because I take the time to let my children voice their opinions. They are heard. Okay, I get annoyed sometimes. I'm like, please stop talking to me. And, you know, I'm a typical parent.
I mean, everyone gets their daily stresses, but like, being a good mom takes a lot of time and energy, and everyone needs a little bit of a break. One thing I liked about your video is that you're including ASL into all of it, like two of your children.
A big part of my life. Okay, so that is perfect. I'll segue into the next portion. I included ASL in the start of my music video because that's another thing that I'm advocating for. Oh, thank you. I have deaf children, and in the deaf community, you are actually shamed or cast away or not seen or heard anymore if your child becomes implanted with a hearing device or uses hearing devices, because they actually look at it as a form of oppression. And so I am a very strong advocate that ASL is actually fully integrated into our society. It should be not it should be a second language of Canada and the world, because it is the most inclusive form of communication.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking ASL is the same in all languages, like the sign.
No.
Is it not?
So ASL is American Sign Language.
Oh.
So actually, it's even more complicated. Like, I really wish they would make it like a universal ASL. But like, in my research and studies of life, I've been a newborn photographer for 10 years. And I have noticed that like a baby deer knows what to eat when it comes out of the womb and it's in the forest, and what not to eat. A baby comes out and it naturally uses its body to communicate. It naturally goes like this. If you're a mother, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
There's been lots of studies on that,
and that's not it. There's more. Yeah, there's been. So I want to go get my doctor degree just on human communication.
I agree with the ASL. Like, I think it should be in all of our schools.
It's so
it should
natural.
be a second language.
Yeah.
Like, that way, because there's a lot of deaf people here in North America.
And you've been studying sign language.
I have.
And you're one of the few people that actually tries to speak sign language to my children.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's important to connect with those who are around you, and the more educated you are, the more languages you know, the more
it's so
ASL.
fun, isn't it?
Yeah, so
it's so fun. And like, I wish I can speak more, but it's hard because I never learned when I was little.
Oh, you're doing amazing.
Thank you. I just taught you
Yeah.
that today. Yeah. Anyways, and it is so infuriating to me that I go to a school and I see in the learning resource room, and this should infuriate all of you, that in the learning resource room, these children are using pictures to communicate.
Yeah, it's almost, I don't want to say like
when there's
degrading.
ASL.
I would say like it's kind of like
limiting.
And also it's kind of like that's all they get to communicate with is just pointing, like, that's
to a
not
picture?
That's not
Like, sure, if you need your basic needs met.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's enough. Like, I feel like as a human being with
sophisticated thoughts, with
Yes.
ideas, with feelings,
like, children need to be heard too.
I don't
like-
want to just point to a mad face.
No.
And I don't think that kid appreciates it either. And,
no, they're gonna feel unheard.
Yeah, and we're limiting society, and then we have ASL.
Yeah.
And I really think it's the future of tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, they got
literally.
ASL at like rap concerts and stuff, and there's
love
ASL
that.
available like
That's
in all
hard.
the courts and stuff. So that would be a
They
really
are
good job.
integrating, but we're not integrating enough. And so, yes, I see the deaf community seeing hearing devices as oppressive things, because it is separating even further people who are actually deaf culture. And my children are true deaf culture. Like, they grew up as fully deaf children, and we like communicated to telepathically. Like,
I mean,
like,
dude, your children, you're
Yeah.
gonna naturally gonna be able to understand their needs and wants.
so I deeply understand both cultures of it, being hearing and having, a deaf cultured children. So, and I want to celebrate that about them, and I really would love to see a world, that's more
United with ASL.
united.
And
And
I
that's
wanna-
what this song is about.
Yeah.
Unite all nations.
Mhm. I like that. When people care about something, like your passion for your video and stuff, like to make a movement on what needs to change and how we can come together.
No
something
more
just-
segregations.
Yeah, starting with something as easy as including ASL into schools
Yeah.
would be an excellent
Make us
start.
fluent.
And then make us more connected. Like, there's
Mhm.
people who need to be included.
Okay, so the last thing about my music video that I put in there that's very cancel-y, is the baptisms. I know that religion is often very canceled and misunderstood, and like, not misunderstood. I don't love religion. I love spirituality. And I actually have been studying the Bible with Jehovah's Witnesses. And
I have been as well.
yeah, so, and then like, I love my study time with the Jehovah's Witnesses. And like, the day that I met them, I at that time in my life was very specifically like in love with Jesus, discovering the work that he was doing, realizing how incredible of a person that this person was and the work that he did in the past.
Yeah.
And I literally was saying at the time, I want to be just like Jesus.
Like, aligning right up with that.
Yeah, and then they came knocking at my door.
It's crazy. I've had similar experiences because I've studied for the last 22, 23 years in and out. And every time I pray and come back knocking on my door the next day. I moved into a house that was recently built, and Jehovah's Witness has never been there. I moved in after the house had been built, and I had prayed, and they had showed up in a brand new build, and they said, this is the first time we're here. We knew, like, they knew.
Yeah.
And I was
and you were ready to receive them.
Yeah, like I hadn't studied in a while, and I prayed about it, and then they were there to a house that they've never been to before.
And most of the people watching, like, I know this mentality. Oh my God, why are they knocking again?
Yeah, so your message is to have community, inclusiveness, and like everyone be united together. And
I love how they come knocking to your door and they want to that's it.
That's what Jesus.
They just want to help
is
you.
to have everyone know who God is,
and they're so misunderstood.
Yeah, really.
Because everybody's hating on them about the blood transfusions, and there's all these preconceived notions. And, you know, I had those when I was talking to them. I was thinking, yeah, I don't know if I can study with you, because I still believe this, even though I'm studying with them. I think that we're all a God. We're all capable of manifesting and creating our own perfect little worlds. And, you know, it's just about aligning yourself, right? But I really was like, okay, I'm going to give this a chance, because as I did each study and I got to know these lovely old ladies, I was like, oh my God, like
there's so much more to learn than what people think.
I also realized I was very in tuned already with a lot of their beliefs. Like, they don't stand for O Canada.
Yeah, and that's
part I don't stand for O Canada.
Because you don't believe in division. And that's really like stand on guard, like, is division. Like,
people look at me when they're singing O Canada, they're like, why is that girl not standing? And I'm like, because I don't believe in borders.
Every time I go to any public event, a hockey game, the race cars, or like my daughter's grade 8 graduation, like my dad being like, sit up, like stand. And then Bonnie and a couple other of us are just sitting.
People think it's so rude. And I'm like, it's so rude that you're standing there worshiping borders that people bled over.
Yeah, I think but
I'm joking, guys. I'm actually okay if you stand for O Canada.
I think it's
I'm
okay.
just that much of a warm, welcoming person. But I'm also going to advocate and teach people why I do what I do and how I am the way I am. Right?
And that's what you've said on other nights. Is like, it's okay to have a different opinion, and like some people aren't ready to understand that the reasoning that supports why we don't stand for O Canada anymore. But
I don't need them to not stand for O Canada.
No,
see,
no,
I respect people for their decisions, and maybe one day they might walk in the same truth as I do.
Yeah, and that's what good. Jehovah's Witnesses are. Like, they come to show you the light of
they
the knowledge.
The seed.
Yeah, everyone already has a seed in their heart, the spiritual need.
Yes.
But
I think
witnesses come to water it and watch it grow. And some people let it grow, just like you and I. And some people slam the door and move on with their day. And that's totally okay, because Jehovah will reach the ones who he needs to reach.
Yes, and I was definitely ready, because I was like, I want to learn more about Jesus's life. And that was the first thing I did, was ask all the questions about Jesus and investigated and studied. But another thing that I was like, oh my God, they don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. A lot of people become angry and annoyed with witnesses.
Not me.
Not me.
I was like, dude, I hate Christmas. Not that I hate Christmas. I love the spirit of the season.
And like being connected with family and stuff. Like, it's meant to like feel good. Like,
and
like,
it does.
And like being together and giving
but it always
is a good
felt
thing.
wrong to me.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what's with all this consumerism? Like, it's actually kind of disgusting.
Materialistic.
So materialistic. And it goes against what I believe in it with, you know, the mass consumption. Yeah. Not that gift giving is bad. Gift giving is so beautiful.
Oh my God, gift giving
is so
of it
beautiful.
All.
The gluttony, right? And it really...
And also, too, like, people who expect gifts, too, which is really hard. Another one, witnesses don't celebrate birthdays. So that
one's a bit of a hard one for me, because I love celebrating my individual child's reason for existing.
Like, I mean, to love a child, like, to be, like, that's okay.
But I love the idea, the message being that we should love and cherish them.
All year round.
But I was like, back then, I was like, oh my God, like, imagine if when Jesus was born, he was instantly like just appreciated and treated perfect. And I was like, imagine if we treated every child as such and we didn't see any flaw in them, because they come out quite perfect. Yeah, it's us, it's our tainted hearts, it's our
world
that tarnishes them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, everyone is there, like, your child is going to turn out how you raise them. So,
right.
like, the
Well,
more effort you put in.
Yes, but no, because
yeah.
I grew up under difficult circumstances and I defied the odds of the circumstances. Not that it was all difficult, but like you are not always a product of how you're raised.
That is
Some people-
really true.
Some people are built with a lot more resiliency, and I do think that I always had this spirit inside of me that was a rebel.
Yeah, I mean, it's natural to want to
It was my nature.
make your own choices and stuff. So if your parents are saying this is what it is, and then individually you're like, no, and then you want to be a rebel and do what you want to see.
The black sheep is warmly welcomed.
Yeah.
Like my parents, they always had they did have really great morals and they taught me really great things. But yeah, there's just some things that like, you know, I'm not a product of like, and I would happily, it also took me being a parent to change too. Because, for example, one of the things that I'm trying to change in my life is I'm trying to like release anger and worry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm doing a really good job of it. But it also has a lot to do with aligning myself with spirituality, putting my faith in Jehovah, in God. And, you know, that's the thing too. Like a lot of us, Jehovah, God, creator, we all look at him, not all of us, because some of us are just not spiritual at all.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so for anybody's wondering, so like when we're referring to Jehovah, that's just God's name. Just like so God is a title, just like teacher, king, Lord. Those are all just like titles. Like Tina here is a creator. You know, but her real, like personally, to get to know her, you start with their name. So that's why when I
thought that was really interesting when they taught me that, like, and there was Yahweh, they called him too. Yeah, there's other names, but there's power in language, and to be able to call on somebody by name, I thought that was really cool.
To make a personal connection, like you can't just be like dear, and then just shout
and I'm
out
like, I
at the
could get
world.
with this. I mean,
be
no
personable.
other religion has ever given God a name, so I'm like, maybe this is God's name.
It is,
right?
It is God's name.
It is God's name.
Yeah,
and like
there's a reason why that no other God has like an individual name. Like it's.
I thought that was interesting because as I'm studying religion, as I'm studying the Bible with them, and like when I study it, like I've got lots of questions and lots of like,
and they have tons of answers.
Yeah, so it's been very interesting, but it has been the most beautiful way to look at the Bible because I've gone to Christian and Catholic churches before, and like
it feels a little empty.
I loved the singing.
Oh, I love singing.
Praise
singing is like
always
being connected.
Very powerful to me.
Beautiful.
I almost feel like I could feel the spirit
of
it. But like when it came to like, you know, the tithing and asking for money.
Yeah. And God would never.
The Jehovah's Witnesses. So what did they say about it? Like I was surprised.
Yeah, so Jehovah's Witnesses at the Kingdom Halls never collect collections. There is collection boxes if you can and if you want to donate, but
it's not a requirement.
Absolutely not required by any means. And another really interesting fact that I personally enjoy is like each Kingdom Hall has the information where every single dollar dime went. You can see how much the utilities were for that building. You can see how much.
Wow.
So a lot of churches like
people are
where
doing
did that
this
money
out of passion mostly.
Yeah, and so each Kingdom Hall breaks down where the money is being actually spent, and you can view it. It's on a board.
The ladies that come to my door, they're not paid.
Oh my gosh, no. And they drive, and like, so I have been studying, like I said, off and on for so many years. And I had my friend's aunt who lived in Barrie, and I lived out of town. They would come from Barrie, pick me up, drive me back to Barrie.
That's so kind.
And then drive me home, and then drive back and forth. And they did that for years. They picked me up and drove me home.
That's real community.
Twice a week for years.
I mean, and I get like a lot of churches obviously volunteer their time a lot, and I'm not hating on any church because I think a lot of churches do a lot of really great things with those monies. But there's just something, and also like how cliquey the churches were. Like, if you're not a part, I can't even articulate the feeling. It makes you actually feel more alone.
Definitely. And like secretly judged too. Like they're very like, kind of like catty almost. But within Jehovah's Witnesses congregations, it's part of the standard to be
everybody came to the door and welcomed me. It was really nice.
And also to be mindful of the other person. To not have conflict, it's very important for Jehovah's Witnesses to be mild, and that you're releasing anger and stuff. So that's some of the core principles with being a witness, is like not being angry, not being like gossipy or catty and stuff, like to really just kind of let go of those issues, because you and I are in the same group, and there's no reason for, if you don't like somebody,
just having support for you, non-judgmental. Like it's just a very loving environment. I've really been loving my time with them. And,
I love it.
Like, I don't go to the church. It's not like my thing. Like, I don't love doing I still don't go to the Jehovah's Witness, like, church or anything like that. But just for their perspective and, like, the teachings that I'm getting from these elders is just really incredible, powerful lessons. And it's been really weirdly divinely aligned, each topic that we cover.
It's because it's
week.
detailed to you. It's your Bible study. You're
It's
learning your
going along with the walk of my life, though.
It is. And one thing that I really enjoy is the daily text. Like, that kind of sets me up for success every day. Like
you just get your little quote each day.
Yeah, like having a scripture.
Yeah, you
that
live off that. Yeah, I know.
It's really good, because then right first thing in the morning, you're putting like God's views and thoughts on the tip of your tongue, and then you can go about your day. So sometimes
I've
topics.
been really like aligning my purpose in life though to God. Like,
yeah,
I literally very recently was like, I dedicate my life to you, to this world. I sacrifice myself. And everything that I want to do is for good. And, I'm not perfect, but in my studies of getting to know Jesus and getting to know everything that he did, I feel a lot like Jesus even right now. Like I've been having a lot of hate. I've been a martyr. And I know exactly how he feels, because he had people misunderstand him and hate on him. And I was like, wow, I really am just like Jesus now. You really are showing me. Thank you. Like, okay, this is how it feels. But even through all of the conflict that I have been going through, like,
you're not stopping.
I'm not stopping, and I feel strength. I'm like, I don't care, because God has helped me show me that, there's a lot of pain in the world. And I can just rest in a surety knowing that, like, everything will work out. I don't need to be understood 100% today. When eventually I know the people that do get to know me, the truth will come out. And I really lay in that very peacefully.
Yeah, that's what I really like about your music videos, is that you're not going to stop, and you're not going to be defined by what some haters might say, or like some incorrect opinions from you are who you are, and it's going to continue to shine bright, I think.
Right. And like, I just love you for saying that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I think anybody who kind of puts God first or has him in mind, their projects will succeed. And if you feel like
there's conflict though, like, it's not easy. So that's why I put the baptisms in the music video, because I was like, I know that this is not an easy walk.
And to become baptized means to basically sign a contract. Like, you are dedicating your life to this, you're signing to this, and you're going to abide by the contract. So getting baptized is a serious thing. Like, you're going to do what's right.
Yeah. I've been baptized as a Christian. Yeah. And like, I think that was like a beautiful journey in itself.
Yeah. I think baptisms are beautiful. I think though, like, back to signing a contract, you have to be aware of what the contract is. You have to be old enough to understand to read. So when people get baptized as a baby, for me, my opinion is like, well, how do they know they want to be
That's the ageist thing again too. Yeah. Like, it's just like people are, once I realized that we should ask our kids if they want their ears pierced, for example. That's a good one. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to wait till I can ask my kids and wait for them to ask. Yeah. Because I didn't realize, and like, it took somebody saying something for my eyes to be open to it. And it's just like the diapers thing. Have you heard people say, oh, I'm not going to ask my kids permission to change their diaper? What? Well, I know.
That's silly.
Well, actually, I want to show you how deep I've gotten into this.
Wait, say that again. What did you say?
So people are asking their kids permission to change their diaper.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, within...
At first, I thought that was actually really, really ridiculous.
Yeah.
But now that I understand that newborns can communicate and that we actually need to take more time and slow down, I mean, it's actually possible too.
Yeah, as a caregiver and the child needs to be changed, like, obviously make that decision. But once a child gets a little bit older and stuff, maybe they don't want it. So I teach gymnastics.
Yeah, they should be on the toilet though. Like, so that's the thing. Like, 1-year-olds are able in Europe to not use a diaper anymore. Diapers are very actually a lazy thing of us. Yeah. But I've seen influencers actually have children never in a diaper, and they go to the bathroom. Yeah, and that's
that's a part of.
So that's what opened my eyes to the possibility that, oh yeah, maybe we should be asking our kids to change their diaper, because it really goes as deep as that we're actually messing up our parenting right from the start.
Yeah, it's really important to like to ask the child what they want. So when I teach gymnastics, if I'm gonna spot a kid to do a backflip or something, I can't just like go up and I say, "Can I touch you?" I'm gonna place my hand on your back.
Yeah.
Like just you can't just go up and touch children. Like you need to be, you have to,
unless you have like a really close relationship with them. You've done it a million times. I could see.
But they've already consented. Like they already know I'm their
they've
coach.
already consented.
Like like if they're still uncomfortable.
Gymnastics can be an awkward gray area.
Yeah, too. Like you're catching people too sometimes. So like you got to build that trust with people. So
of course,
when your child is little, are you ready for me to change you?
Yeah,
that's consent.
So, but I get like I get in a million ways why people are like, of course I'm not asking my kid to change his diaper, because I'm like, I've been there. I've been in those shoes, and I understand, but it took experience, and it took a few different perspectives. And so I always try to think about that when I hear different ideas.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it is ridiculous to ask a kid that may not understand the question, but it's because there's a lot of kids that are being raised up to not understand how to answer.
Yeah, there's like too much openness. Like,
so that
you can be whatever you want to be, and they're like, and then so you gotta. So one thing I learned in my Montessori program recently is that children need to understand reality first before they can imagine.
Wow.
So for example, you can't just like have a kid just go at it with the crayons and paper. The child needs to understand like dimension and things. So like they need to know what a pine cone is, the size of it, before they can imagine a tree with 100 pine cones. Like they have to understand what reality is before they can move forward.
Well, hey, there's abstract art though.
I mean that's just exploring and stuff. But like once a kid starts,
I know what you're getting at though, and I love how you said that they need to understand reality, because a lot of the times it's like, this is where I think about God's kingdom. You know, this perfect world, this is the new system, and this is where I'm actively every day advocating for humanity to get closer to.
Oh my gosh, it's already in progress. It's already getting closer.
I feel a real sense, a real purpose here. This is my mission, is to help open people's eyes.
That's literally what it is.
The possibility of an actual perfect world
and living eternally.
And well. And in that world, it means that we actually are raising, for example, our kids to understand reality right from the start, because we're actually, have you ever read What to Expect When You're Not Expecting?
I have not. It's
the worst devil's book I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
it teaches you that children have absolutely no awareness or concept of self or cannot see, and like,
so no, like, so in the stages there's like I forget what the word is, but then there's like coherence. So in the beginning of 0 to 3 years old, a children is just a sponge and doesn't really know. But once they become about 3 years old, they start to aware, like, this is my hand, and they can understand like space.
More
so like
more complex things like that, like especially the word of it. But like I am literally a newborn whisperer. Like I am able to.
You have that motherly instinct.
I think it's like a motherly instinct, sure. Yeah. But like it's something that was taught to me and that I'm teaching other people. Like, because some people actually don't even like properly talk to their babies.
No.
Like they don't believe that their baby can make eye contact with them at a certain age.
No.
But when I'm working with a baby in the studio, as little as 2 weeks, 1 week old, I'm able to get a baby to smile at me, which is also told that, oh, that's only gas.
No.
Actually can get a baby to look at me.
No, that's how babies learn facial expressions, is us being so close in their face, making big expressions.
But this book teaches them other ways.
Oh,
people, the knowledge of childbirth, of raising children, it's all in like this really horrible, gross system. And it's supposed
like, to be like,
it's fake, and it's designed to suppress our instincts and our closeness with each other.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a very special moment, and a lot of it is taken away when we're like in like a weird place, like the hospitals, like not.
Oh God!
Like, I mean, it's. I'm very thankful that
you had a doula, didn't you?
I did have a doula. I was very young when I had my daughter. I was 15.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of support, and having a doula was really cool. So
yeah,
that made my.
That was really wise of you as a 15-year-old. How did you know to have a doula?
I just like, my mom put me in some young mom parenting while I was pregnant at the like a not a resource center, but like a just like a parenting group. So I did a parenting group, and then there was a nurse there that you could ask any questions with, and there was other young moms, and then we always did like cooking and like just kind of other things, and they taught me some basic tips, and then they said these are some of the services that are available, and kind of gave me a handful of information on resources that I can take advantage of. One of the programs I did was called LEAP. It's Learning, Earning, Parenting, LEA. Yeah, so I forget. But it was like a thing where I could complete school, and then they would financially help with with daycare. And
wow.
Then, so the program, so a lot of people, I don't know if the program still exists, but
so
it was.
you're able to be a mother and get your education still.
Yeah, and nothing.
While still so young.
Yeah, and there were so many resources to help me be successful.
I want people to get to know you more in general, actually, and like why, how do I want to word this? Like your past and where you're at now and how God has a play in all this and why we're here today.
Yeah. So, Jehovah's Witness has always been a big part of my life. I started studying with a friend from school, and her family when I was at about grade 3.
So he's been always in your
He's
life,
always been
knocking
in my life.
on your door.
And none of my family is a Jehovah's Witness, not my parents, not anybody. And so to be a part of like my friend's family and doing stuff like that. So, for example, when I was younger, like on Halloween, instead of like doing Halloween, I would go spend time with my friend and we would just have like a non-Halloween day where we're not like
nice.
practicing anything, because that's not something God wants, and I learned that from a young age.
That's Satan's day, right?
It really is. And then so just I always knew who God was, and I always knew like what.
But like you took the path that's not godly.
No, not at all. I got pregnant very young. I always believed that I knew what I was doing. I could do it myself. I knew what I was doing. I could pick, like, I can date outside of faith. Like, I can date a man who doesn't know, and it's gonna work because I know better. I can make it work. And for the last 10, 15, all these years, it hasn't. So why I'm here today is just kind of share some stuff about Jehovah.
You have a beautiful story to share.
Yeah. So
like you have walked an unconventional lifestyle, I'd say.
Yeah, I've had a lot of problems with drugs and alcohol. I worked in a strip club for a long time, but I always kind of had God in the back of my mind. So like I knew like what I was doing wrong, but I was still like being like, oh, I'll just go and it'll be fine, and living like this kind of double life and being like just kind of on.
I always thought you were a great person, even though you did those things.
Yeah.
Like I know you had like less than shining moments, but like I think I've been with you through some of those struggles, and I've seen you, and I always thought you're beautiful either way.
Yeah. So like I lived I was really on one for a while there, and so now I'm kind of like none of this is working. Like I haven't stripped in over a year and a half, or that's almost 2 years. Like, and I feel really good. So right now I'm like,
that's
kind of financially like not, and I'm like, I could go make $500 right now, but
it's very tempting.
I know that it is so easy.
Even I want to go,
and especially if I have pretty girl privilege. Like I
know,
man,
like those bills would be flying.
I made tons of money, and but I know,
like, all jokes aside, I don't want to like shame anybody who does do this stuff for their lifestyle.
No, like there's there's a lot of good things that came from it. Like I financially supported myself. I was able to buy a car. Like I was able to like move across the country and like do good things and stuff. But
it's not the lifestyle that you knew that you wanted to be living, to be aligned with your morals and your beliefs.
Yeah, no, I definitely have strong beliefs that Jehovah is my God, and I know that right now is the time to turn towards him harder and hold his hand even tighter and ask him for his help. Makes it harder
to live like that, actually.
It is.
If I try to sin, like, that's the thing. Now I have to try.
Yeah, like I know what's right and wrong and stuff. Like,
dude, like this is like actually really heavy for me. Like I just want to try. I would rather try to be a good person, but like now I have like this extra door that stops me from doing something bad because I don't.
And that's good
want
though.
To.
It keeps you
and
safe.
You feel that too.
Yeah, it really keeps
because
you
every
safe.
time you do it, like it does. It keeps you safe.
So like think about this. Like think about a bird in a cage, but the door is open, so the bird can do whatever it wants. But there's a lion sitting on. So the owner says, stay in your cage, or you will get eaten by the lion, and you won't be. You might be beaten up and still alive, but broken legs But if you just listen
I
to
never
the
loved this analogy though, because I like to be the bird that flies out of the cage. I would rather be an uncaged bird.
Yeah, but there's going to be the new system where we can be uncaged and we can have
and
the
everything's
freedom.
free. Oh, I like the way you put that.
Yeah, so right now for myself,
I don't want to wait for that new system, so that's why I'm not
so hard.
So that's why I'm actively working towards trying to help people walk in that direction.
Yeah, like I want as many people to
try to realize it and try to work towards it.
Yeah, and so some of the obstacles that I might have right now, I could easily cheap out. I could easily just turn away and but I know that if I love God, He will take care of me. No, I may not have my own apartment
having
soon,
faith.
But having faith.
It's
I will
easy
have
to get this money
soon.
this way. But
and
I have noticed
me,
that
it hurts me. Like if I were to go back,
He provides.
It would hurt. Like I know, like it would be wrong. I'm still struggling with other things that I'm like bouncing on and stuff. Like for birthdays, don't do birthdays. Not a hard one. Drugs and alcohol, getting better. But I know it's wrong and still. But stripping, I know is wrong and I don't want to do it.
You quit that.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to the drugs and stuff like that, I know that like you sometimes still struggle with that, but like how do you lean on Jehovah to try to help you through that? Because I'm actually talking to a few other people that want to be on the talk show too.
Yeah.
Who are at different levels of like sobriety or challenged, they're not sober yet, or people that are super sober.
Yeah. So
how does God help you?
Yeah, so God doesn't want to take away anything. So for drinking, for example, He does not say you can't. He just doesn't want us to drink to excess and like be foolish. Like imagine like just drinking to the point where you're like just uncoherent, like that's just embarrassing and stuff. So like so in moderation, it's okay. And with some of the harder drugs too, it really comes down to like caring about your own body. So
and valuing your life.
Yeah. And then also to battling the addiction too. Sometimes you're just like, I'm going to, and then you fall short and you relapse. And then sometimes you have really good days. And one thing that helps is starting with like a prayer on the day or asking for strength.
It gives you strength.
Yeah. And there's a scripture in the Bible, I don't know where, but I do not smoke. I've never smoked cigarettes. Like I don't do that. And that's because in the Bible it says not to smoke. And that's just something I learned from a young age that I never did. So,
but like it's harder. How did you get introduced to the other stuff though? And that didn't make the cut.
Yeah. So like not smoking, I was very against cigarettes, very against weed. And then all of a sudden like just doing, I don't know if we could say it, but like doing other stuff, like snorting stuff, like, it just, I didn't view it as like I was not smoking. I'm like, it's not bad, but it's mind altering. And like having had these problems for almost,
I think like as young people, like we're easily influenced to try things, and it's easy to fall victim to peer pressure.
It's your turn.
And being cool. But like
I think it was very like secretive too. Like I always did it with a boyfriend. I never did it like out like parties and stuff. So it was like kind of like behind closed doors. Like I was living a double life and stuff. And then once the stripping happened, I had so much money I could just do whatever I want and buy as much as I want and just be on one as much. It's too much.
You so that's where I believe like God provides what you need, right? And like I've been trying to live faithfully like that because I am trying to broaden what I need to help other people. I'm like, if I am constantly trying to provide for more people, I will be given and blessed more. And I feel like I've been getting that.
Definitely. Like giving, you'll get more back.
When my purpose is like beyond me, like the need grows, right? But like it's when we're all trying to drive for selfish desire.
Yeah. So that's one thing that like I need Jehovah, I need God to look after me. And we all have
that faith that
He
will.
Faith, and He will. But we also have to be mindful of things like, so right now I don't have my own apartment. I'm just on my dad's house. I have a room. I have a roof over my head. I have food in the fridge. I have somewhere to live.
You're where you need to be right now. And you just need to think about like where you're going to be next and what you're going to need to do that. And it will be provided. It just it just magically starts to appear in front of you.
Yeah. He's going to use His Holy Spirit to help me have a better thing. Like who knows, maybe I'm going to get a teaching job next month. And
then you get to the next chapter of what you
and I'm not
going to
have to do something that I hate.
God. Speaking of Holy Spirit, I wanted to talk about what it felt like to be filled by Spirit in your perspective.
Yeah. So the more you pray, the more God hears you, the closer you become. And I know that when I practice faith and participate and actually like apply it versus choosing my own ways, I can feel things getting better. I can feel things happening and better
Yes,
opportunities come.
it's like a magical unraveling.
And when you
When
pray,
you're filled with Holy Spirit, though, like, have you ever felt like what it feels like to be filled with Holy Spirit?
yeah, like sometimes when you're having prayer, like with him, it's just a conversation, and like you could be in a noisy arena, you could be at a concert, you could just be on the subway, you could be by yourself in your room. No, you don't need to be standing in any certain position. You don't need any props or prayer
Literally
maps or anything.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, and you don't have to have any hand gestures or anything. You can just subtly just close your eyes and pray or have movement or whatever. But yeah, to know that he's listening is a nice feeling. Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but I know that when you cry your heart out to him, he does listen.
Yes.
Especially
so,
when you need him the
I feel like I
most.
have like a full-time open conversation way with him anymore.
Yeah.
It's not just now. I don't feel like it's like there's been times where I feel like more connected to spirit than I do but it's no longer like, oh dear God. Like, for me, I feel like the pathway is always open, and I'm ready to receive messages, and I'm ready to receive signs, and I'm ready to receive like just my next direction. Like, I feel very divinely like aligned. But like when I very specifically feel like I am actually getting that, I this incredible feeling.
Yeah.
Like the goosebumps will raise on my arm. Like when I'm divinely speaking and I feel like the spirit is actually coming out of my mouth and I'm not even just speaking for myself anymore, I can literally feel my body buzz.
Yeah, it is a really nice connecting feeling to know that he's really there and really listening. So
it's the reason why I truly believe in I already believed in spirit, and I think that's why it manifests so strongly in me. And like I already told you the story of like the first time I met my Jehovah's Witness people, like for our first meeting.
Yeah.
Right. But
Do you
I'm
want
going
to
to share
that again? Yeah.
Yeah. So like I sometimes truly receive a message and it's as clear as a voice in my ear. And I've learned since then that, you know, that there were prophets and and people receive dreams. And sometimes this voice directs me, it guides me, or sometimes it tells me something very random. And when I first met the ladies for the Jehovah's Witnesses, I knew I was on the right direction for my life and what I needed to learn and where I was going.
They knew that they needed to connect with you.
Yeah. I also, while I was speaking with my elder, I also was getting to know her, and I literally received a message, clear as a bell in my ear, that said, "Do not judge her. She did not raise her children." And I was like, wow, like I find it very interesting that I just intuitively just got told that, and that I'm feeling with the spirit right now as I talk about the magic of what happens in my life, because the world needs to hear about this magic and understand that it truly is true and that it can happen. I turned to her and I said, did you raise your kids? And she was taken aback because she thought it was very interesting that I was asking that. She's like, well, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
And she went on to tell me the story about how she didn't actually end up raising her kids. And I can see why I was told not to judge, because I think there was an old version of me that would have judged somebody for not raising their children, like a mad person of me, because I didn't get to grow up with my mom. Mm-hmm. And I learned then and there, like, that you forgive and that you truly do not understand. You don't understand a person's shoes until you've walked it, because people of many different walks of life have different struggles. And it was a really powerful day for me that day too, because it unlocked a lot of doors that I needed to listen to that voice more often.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've had conversations with that voice, and people are, you know, if I tell the wrong person this story, they're like, this girl's schizo, right? But like you tell this to a person who's divinely aligned and who's very spiritual, they're like, okay, wow.
Yeah, like when I talk about the new system, which is like when heaven on earth is gonna be, like, what I guess in terms of people who don't
visions.
Know. Yeah, so like talking to somebody who knows, it's just so delightful, like to be able to be like, oh my gosh, in the new system, it's gonna be so peaceful.
It's so nice because we can be really honest with each other, and I don't feel judged by you when I share my truth.
I was gonna say sharing our visions and stuff. Like I have beautiful visions of what the earth is gonna look like when it's all cleaned up and beautiful and taken care of, and it's just like so peaceful. And sharing that with you, I don't feel like a crazy person. When I
No.
talk to
Certain people,
my friends, or like they don't get it, and it's just like, so that's why I really enjoy our
Or, like,
friendship.
I really
we
feel
connect
like
on it.
I do feel, I love that about us.
Yeah. And like, and we both, and like once you know the truth, I feel like it's really hard to unlearn it. Like and that's where I'm at in life too. Like
you can't unlearn this.
No,
because there's nothing bad to unlearn about this. Like, it's even if we're wrong, Erin.
So what, we lived a
good
meaningful life where we behaved like,
where I
this
felt
is,
hope and felt a dream, and I
like
chased
stopped being on one and started practicing faith. Like, and that's kind of like the only.
There's
yeah,
no
nothing
way
bad
I'm
is
wrong
gonna come
anyways,
from
because I've seen this divinely. Like, ever since I was like, okay, universe, I'm ready for everything to be divinely aligned. I'm ready for you to unveil its magic. I want to see the magic of it every day. The more I integrate myself into society and I have more moments with people, the more I'm revealed, I'm shown this light. The more I see this
the more you
beautiful,
participate, the better it comes. Like, and that's what I'm really excited for. Like, because my life has not been working out because I have been making my own choices without God in them. So just like how
that
you
always
have
feels
that,
ick. Now it has like a feeling to it. Like, doesn't
Yeah.
it feel almost like darkness?
Yeah, like I don't want to do bad things anymore because I know they're wrong, and I know that it displeases God, and I know that my life is going to be more successful if I put Him first. And then
And I've seen it, and it's been proved.
and it literally has been proved. So and there's tons of people like out there who have changed their life, and all the good things are coming from it. So I think
it's crazy. Yeah.
I think if anyone has any wants, just to say a little prayer and be like, I want to learn more, and it will happen.
And like, so I've been in rooms where there's like lots of people praying, and I felt that power before too.
Yeah, I've been to.
I
like,
wish that for everybody.
So when I lived in Edmonton, I went to a convention, and it was in the Oilers Center, which holds like, I don't know, 17,000, or there was 11,000 people there.
Wow.
So for 11,000 brothers and sisters to all be singing unitedly, to be in
Wow.
one prayer,
I got goosebumps
like,
just thinking
so
about
nice.
it.
It's super, super nice. And I just feel like it's the right place to be. And I think it's going to really change my life if I actually truly do get baptized and dedicate myself to what's right, what I know is right.
Oh, I
Because-
hope that for you. I really do.
Yeah, because it really does, like, Bernadette Cage. Like, I have been hurt by the lion, and I know that I don't like that anymore, and I
Yeah.
want to just be successful.
I want that for you too.
Yeah, and I think it's going to keep me safe. Like, I think this battle with drugs and alcohol is becoming easier and easier as the days go on. Like,
And I'm here for you.
Yeah, thank you. And
100%. Like, I am happy to be that positive support for you, because I know that there's not a lot of people like that in everybody's lives. Most people, I find, are very quick to be like, yeah, let's go out drinking, or let's smoke the weed. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, and,
Where, like,
be
I've
unproductive.
learned how to be having fun. I have
High
so
on
much
life.
fun. High off life. Thank you. That's my motto.
Yeah.
And, like, it's okay to have fun and be foolish without the excuse of alcohol.
Yeah, and that also keeps you in safe too. Like, drugs and alcohol can quickly lead to like craziness. Like, it's like, have a party, next thing you know, someone's arrested.
Yeah, and that never feels good.
No.
So I posted this thing where it was like no drink January.
Yeah,
And,
a lot
like-
of people are doing that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, so I'm really like,
Is it something that you want to do this January? for
Well,
yourself?
I don't drink at
Oh,
all.
you're
Well, I
already
mean,
there.
it's not that I don't drink at all. Like, I drink one drink, like, let's say on average a month.
Yeah.
Let's say that's been the average.
So in the music video that you had some when we're at the beach there, I had gained about 30 pounds because I was excessively drinking like a crazy person, bottles of wine every night. Like, one bottle of wine has
Look
like
how much
almost
weight I've lost since I
You
stopped
look-
drinking.
Yeah, you look really good, and I also too have lost 30 pounds because
Girl, you
I
look
have-
great with
Thank-
or without that weight. I have to
Thank
tell
you.
you very specifically, actually, I think your body with that weight but like, I want you to be healthier.
Yeah, I feel better. Like 30 pounds is a lot, and I
It
still
makes you
feel like I look.
better.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. My clothes just fit properly.
Because I don't love it when people body shame people for like, it drives me nuts, because again, people don't understand like their walk that they're going through. But like, I also want to be like, oh, okay, I want everybody to be healthy. Like, cause that's what it comes down to. It should be healthy.
And like you see all these celebrities losing all this weight and stuff, and them being like really being like, I can walk up a flight of stairs and not be out of breath, and like, so I think
That's what's important, is that
Yeah.
you're capable and that you're,
Yeah. I think so. Like, I don't like the body shame either. I don't think it's appropriate to
But like, I
just
want to
hate on-
encourage people to do the best that they can for themselves.
be the healthiest version of yourself, because then you can just do more. And if you're
But that's
if you're
that's
30,
an
50
addiction too.
Yeah, if you
eating.
start getting like too like bodybuilding is a beautiful
That's
thing,
hard.
and I love it.
Oh,
I
that's
think
also an addiction too.
it
On
is
the other spectrum,
when you start thinking of yourself as like better than others. But if somebody is just average and they're 30-40 pounds overweight, that is okay. But when people become excessively overweight where they're unable to like participate in life and like, or like the whole plane ticket seat thing, I think that's crazy.
I get it, but like I just like drinking and just like drugs, like these are things that we have to help support other people through, because like it's so hard to do alone. So like we've got all these addictions that we're talking about, but we have all these people that are isolated. Their escape from reality are those addictions.
Yeah.
Right? Or it's how they're not valuing their life and their bodies. Yeah. And we want to teach people to love life enough.
Yeah, there's still so much worth living for.
Life, right?
Yeah.
But like that's where God comes in again for me.
Tell me more.
I have goosebumps again. And it's just, you have maybe no reason to live for just yourself, but if you can build that relationship with like God and lean on him, then maybe you'll find the strength, right?
There's one scripture that I really love. It's Jehovah will give you the desire and the power to act. So if you pray to him and be like, I need the energy, I need your power to help energize me, he will.
Ask for it.
Like, I cannot do mornings. I just cannot.
I believe in that. You have to like really ask for it.
Yeah. And if I
ask
pray
for it and then manifest it and work together with him,
it happens. Like, I cannot wake up for the life of me, but if I pray the night before and be like, I need your energy to help me sleep well, to wake up tomorrow, I do. And I think it's amazing when he uses his Holy Spirit to help us.
There's a reason why Little Dreamer gives people those goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am asking people to ask God for that energy. I even say it in my lyrics.
He literally says it in the Bible to ask him to energize you. He wants us to reach out to him and ask for his help. He wants us to he wants to be our friend. Yeah. And that's why I think your music is doing so well, is because
my music has always intended to be very political. I always knew my music would be very tied with politics, because I was always knowing that with my driving force of purpose behind me and my visions of how, with my instructions of how to help make this perfect world, I was like, my music is the key. It's one of the keys, at least.
And then you can reach so many people with this too.
Yeah. And like, so I have so many hidden messages in my music. Mm-hmm. And even like Cancel This, actually, it gives me goosebumps too, because as much as there's a lot of triggering things in there, I want people to understand, why are they being triggered? Yeah. Right? Because sometimes in the face of adversity, in the face of the things that make us so angry, that's where we find the doors are opening. That's where we find our true selves, the stuff that we need to work on. Yeah. Why is this making me angry? What is this that I need to work on? It was just like the lockdowns with COVID. It took a great adversity for me to wake up.
Yeah, especially if you're just stuck in a routine where everything is just, I don't know.
Yes, monotonous life. You're never going to have something that shakes you. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say it, I'm here to shake people.
Yeah, I think it's a really good time for people to kind of wake up and look around what's going on in the world. A lot of people are very still like materialistic. Christmas is coming. I need a cuter, bigger house. I need this. I need that. But if you look at the state of the world, like, what it like? I am so thankful that I just have a roof over my head, because do you know how many people who do not?
Yeah, people should practice more gratitude and thankfulness. Yeah. And like I just want to see more sharing and caring. I really do.
I can't wait for the new system when every single person that is there believes in love first. And I feel like the world needs more love.
Oh my God, you're gonna love my next music video. So I am working on my next drop. Yay! It's called Cover Story, and one of the messages, and you'll see it directly quoted, is love first.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's awesome.
Yes.
So one of the main God is love. That's one of his main qualities. Like
You're going to love this music video. Like that one was really edgy, but I'm about to bring the angels, everybody. Y'all are about to be touched, because this one, this is a really good one.
I want to hear some soft music from you. Like, peaceful.
This is
heartwarming.
Oh, you're gonna really love this one.
I'm so excited.
yeah.
Have you shot a video? Have you made
All
music
of the
video for
footage
this?
is done for it.
Awesome.
And it is a collection of, I think, 3 or 4 different scenes.
That's awesome.
And it features a new artist.
Ooh.
Not a new artist. He's new to a lot of my listeners, I'd say. And he's the reason why I met my producer. I already gave him a very big public thank you. Shout out. I am going to wait for the song to release for everybody to see who exactly it is. But
I'm so excited.
my song has a lot to do with mental health and how much it matters. And it has a lot to do with, your inner journey and your outer journey and your perceptions of the world and your perceptions of self.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that, because that's, I think, a journey that we're all on. I think all of us have so much improvement to do.
My featured artist is struggling with all of that right now too. And it's very symbolic that this music video is coming out right now.
Yeah, really hard times right now.
His story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm excited.
and especially during Christmas.
Yeah, during Christmas too. It's a very emotional time for a lot of people, good and bad. So,
so I hope it gives people some strength and helps people really stand true to who they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's 10:15. We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, this has been really awesome.
This has been really awesome. And I want to say thank you very much, because you are my first official guest.
Oh, yay!
To the talk show. And this was really unexpected, because I had all this prepared,
I just kind of invited myself over. I'm like, what are you doing?
love that. I love that. And you and I have been talking about doing this talk show together for a while.
Yeah.
So this was just perfect.
Yeah.
Literally. I thank you so much for being here and for
thank you
teaching
for having
people, your truth, your story, and helping people see, the spirituality of this conversation and me.
Yeah. And I really look forward to being a part of supporting you and stuff.
You've already been so supportive. Like, literally, you're a part of 2 music videos now.
So cool.
I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining and watching. And watch out for Cover Story. It will be coming out, I believe, next Friday.
Yay!
Yeah.
Countdown's on.
Awesome. Okay, good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Please, God, believe me. I'm trying for so long. The road has been cruel. Midnight hands do. Saying, dream a little harder, dream a little prayer, dream on, little dreamer. Lift my heart, my spirit. I've got spirit, my soul. Believe it, keep dreaming. My heart, my spirit, my soul. My heart, my spirit, my soul. My heart, my spirit, my soul. It's time for us to rise up. Let's make it real. Please, God, believe me. Believe in me. Lend me your energy. Lift my heart, my spirit. I've got spirit, my soul. Believe it, keep dreaming. My heart, my spirit, my soul. My heart, my spirit, my soul. My heart, my spirit, my soul. They call me just a dreamer, but they didn't know that I would dream the dream that we all needed to dream. And now I paint it for all to see. Time to share my blessings.